Today I'm going to give you a songwriting tip that will considerably advance the quality of your music. And this tip is so important because it's basically the theory behind how to write powerful music in general. It'll teach you how to keep your songs interesting, how to tell a story with your music, how to keep them simple, which is the most important thing overall. And not only that, but this tip will also translate from genre to genre to genre. So if you're not into EDM, or you're not just into house music or future bass, it'll translate to any other genre of music. But as always, if you want to get the most value out of this video, you have to watch the entire thing. Because if you watch this entire video from beginning to end, I guarantee that your songwriting skills will become at least 20% better. So let's hop into the video. It's almost Christmas, by the way. Merry Christmas. So the project that I'm working in here is a project where I'm remixing a song. I promised my bootcamp students that I would make a remixing module all about remixing a song. And yeah, this song is currently in development. It's not really done yet, but there's enough stuff here to make a really cool video for you guys. So the drop to this song sounds like this. This song started out like this. It was just a set of chords. The way you write a song is you have to pick one of the elements, like one of the main elements, whether it's the drums, the chords, the bass, or the lead, and you have to build around that singular element. That's how you take a song through a story and through a journey, or even take a lead through a story and through a journey. Electronic music is such a complicated genre and there's so many moving parts that it's very easy to just dump a bunch of instruments into a drop, and now you have too much going on because you want every instrument to be interesting. Well, it's not actually like that. It's a lot simpler than that. You really want to take one element and just put all the focus on that element by making everything enhance that element. So in this drop, I wanted the chords to be very interesting. So I chopped them up and I added some wobbles here and there and added a little bit of rhythm here and there so that they sounded like this. So now they dance around a little bit. They can still go a little bit harder, but it doesn't matter. I have the fundamental value that I really wanted to apply to these chords. So now nothing else can be really that exciting. If I had another element dancing around and doing too much stuff, it would take the energy away from those chords. I want to focus all my energy on these chords. So what am I going to do? I'm going to enhance them by just adding each instrument, the bass, drums, and leads, so that they follow the rhythm of these chords and follow the energy of these chords. So the next thing I did was I actually added the bass to these. So you can actually hear that this bass has a little bit of wobble automation to follow the wobbles of these chords up here. Here I kind of like wobbles out, and then I did the same thing here and then the same thing down here, because if the bass stayed the same the whole time, it would be a little bit boring and it wouldn't enhance the chords. So after I had the bass line down and the wobble sounding cool, I really couldn't go any farther without adding drums. And the drums that I had for this drop line here are so crazy simple. Listen to this. It's like so straightforward. There's nothing going on with those drums. It's just a kick, snare, kick, snare. Why? Because all I wanted to do was give a bass drum line for my chords to really dance around. Whereas if I had some drum and bass drums where they're really wild and all over the place, my chords would have no room to dance around and be crazy, and then my listener would have no idea how to even focus on the chords because there's just too much going on. So I had very basic drums, and coupled together with this bass, sounds like that, and then with the chords we get this nice compact sound where everything's working together. Then I went ahead and added the lead. With the lead, it sounds like this. If you notice, the lead is a little abstract. It's not really sitting on top of the chords. Because if I had too strong of a lead, then it would take away from all the notes in those chords. So then the last thing I added to this drop was a nice layer of effects. So what I did with the effects here is I followed the chords again. So watch this. This is like really interesting, and this is what makes a lot of songs with big chords, like Millennium style songs, Seven Lions style songs, Martin Garrix, so on and so forth. This is what makes their chords sound so big sometimes. My goal with these effects is to follow that rhythm. Like that. And that was a trick that I learned a long time ago in a Kashmir tutorial. If you just follow the big synths with the effects, then those big synths will become bigger. And then with everything together, you just sandwich the focus of your drop onto this singular element, whether it's the lead, the bass, the drums, or the chords, like in this case, the chords, and you just get this very special sound. And like I said, if you want to learn how I made this song from scratch, sound design, chords, melodies, arrangement, so on and so forth, join me in the EDM bootcamp. Link in the description. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.